Younger brother said he was coming. He must have woke up late or something. Oh well, just gonna go ahead and go in, man, because it's cold like that.
Yeah, it's kind of chilly.
We'll try to go at least an hour, but Shalom. First and foremost, before we begin, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the monster of the apostles, the monster of the elders, the great millstone who well taught us his truth. Much respect to you brothers out there that preach his word, the truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, hopeful Lekin, Spec Bird, once in Shalom. So this is a little Christmas rebuke. Alright, I ain't titled Christmas Rebuke because our last camp that I titled it, Thanksgiving Rebuke, Esau didn't like that, so he took down our camp video, man. So I just titled it the regular camp video, man. But as you see, you got the male knees over there going to worship their Nimrod. Alright. Here it is, the truth is out here. Jake is in that time of season. Jake is in the house of feasting. He's opening up his presents. Alright? But soon the Lord gonna put a stop to that. He's already putting a stop to it. That's why you had this winter freeze come through. And a lot of people had already lost their lives just the other day, man. Alright? So that's just the spirit. The Lord is putting a stop to all this wickedness. And guess what, Christians? Spoiler alert. There's not going to be any Christmas in the kingdom, man. I was talking to my one of my cousins the other day, man. You know, Jake is always making excuses for this time of the year to celebrate the little penis tree, man. You know, that's what Jake want to do. He want to celebrate his wickedness. You know, well, the Bible didn't tell you to not or to celebrate his birthday, and you know how Jake be going on. All right, birthdays are against the scriptures, man. You're supposed to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Shemel Shai. All right, a birthday is giving glory to yourself. All right, and Yahushua said not to celebrate his birthday or anybody's birthday, man. That's against the scriptures.
He wasn't even born December 25th.
Exactly.
He was born in the spring. Y'all celebrating the sun, the solstice, something like that.
Nimrod was considered a sun god, man. They worshiping that.
Yep, it's their it's the heathens' holy trinity. Nimrod,
Semiramis and Tammuz.
Semiramis and Tammuz, the water.
Y'all dealing with exactly what you said. Actually, he's the grandson of Noah, man.
Yep.
You know, y'all sit up there and y'all celebrate that man. He slept with his mama, man. Yeah, he slept with his mama and got married with his mama, man. And he got killed or he died. You know, and she used the evergreen tree, like the bottom of it, said his spirit grew into that tree, man. and gifts out of nowhere just popped up at the bottom of the tree, man.
You know why she came up with that story?
So she could stay in power.
No, because she cheated on him,
Cheated on him too. Yeah.
She got pregnant by another man. And then he got killed. So to explain it, how she got pregnant by Nimrod, a dead man, she lied and said that his spirit came up in a tree.
Which is the evergreen tree that y'all put in y'all house and deck the balls. Y'all deck the halls with those balls, man.
Y'all
I got that scripture too, man.
It don't even make no sense. I say this before you get that scripture out. One thing that the Lord has blessed these heathens with is a great imagination, man. They have a great imagination, man. All these gods of wood and stone that they be coming up with.
They treat mythology like it actually happened. It's a real class you could take on false gods. I'm like, where they get this from? And they treat them like they actually exist.
Yep. All these fraternities and stuff. You got Jake thinking that the first civilization was the Greek Empire, man.
So they teach us in school.
Yeah, that's how you know the Edomites are in rulership, man. Because that's when you came into power. It's like
This is Jeremiah 10 and verse 2. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them, for the customs of the people are vain. The Lord cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe, they deck it with silver and with gold, and they fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not. That's what they do, man. They cut the tree out of the forest, man. They set up in their homes. They put the little balls on there, the penis balls on there on the tree, man. They put the star on top, man. You know, they worship it. They put little presents under there, man. That's all going back to their bride tables and Semiramis, Stalin, the Hamites, man. That's who you worship. You don't see no account in the Gospels of Yahushua set up no tree and put ornaments on there. You don't see that. They don't talk about that. It's not
Y'all
biblical.
rocking that little young beef on your dough, and they got those little white balls on there.
Yeah.
That represents man semen, man.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even know that because y'all won't dig into these portions of these things, man. Y'all just listen to what Edom tell y'all. Y'all run with it.
Nothing surprises them about this, man. You can notice you don't know what Esau, man.
Yeah, man, the son of perdition, the man of no integrity. You can't put nothing past this man because he's desperate and dangerous, trying to figure out how to weaken us. You know, and he's been always doing this, trying to kill us with the food, trying to kill us with medicine, trying to kill us through the hospitals, DNA, all this research, trying to find out how to weaken us.
Through air and concrete, put pork in the concrete.
Pork in the concrete. You can't put nothing past this guy.
God damn.
Pork in the toothpaste.
Hey, Lord had to chime on that one.
In the Kool-Aid, in the marshmallows, stuff that don't even.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't even know what you're preaching about.
Stuff that you don't even. I mean, why? That's what you asking. Why? Stuff that you wouldn't even never imagine would have pork in it. Water bottles, recycled water bottles, got pork in it. Why? Because Esau defiles everything, man. This man has declared war against nature. He coming out with artificial wombs. He coming out trying to turn you into a man into a woman into a man. This man bought up all this farmland, but he want to sell you fake meat.
Come on, man. Make it make sense.
Where the cows at, man? See?
Nobody will, man. You know, I was just talking to this brother, man, before we was up here in Kent, man, about job, man. Everybody, go the left way, man. Everybody there.
That's a badge of honor to be a part of that world, that rainbow world.
Yeah, you know, you for not celebrating these holidays, you worse than them. How about worse than you when you doing something that's unnatural?
Esau don't see it that way. No, he gonna tell you that's your interpretation.
That's all they got. That's the only combat they got, man, is that's your interpretation. That many people have their own different interpretations, but the truth of the matter is, it's only one truth, man. There's only one truth. Ain't no many interpretations to shit. You know, it's only one interpretation, and that's the spirit of the Lord.
That's the reason why we got to get out of here. Little J girl going to serve cheese and rice, man.
See those Christians.
She might be a terror.
That's possible as well. I can see that.
I got a scripture that y'all brothers know.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Proverbs 4:22. It says, "How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in the scorning, and fools hate knowledge, man." When we giving you utterance, we giving you knowledge, man. We telling you the origins of Christmas, you know, the true origins of it, and where it comes from, man. It comes from, in the culture and stuff, man. It comes from the different regions. But it's man-made, it's not of the Lord, it's not of our Lord Yahushua, man. And you can see that spirit of Christmas is really dead, man. People is not really happy like they used to, especially when I was younger. I remember how everybody used to be all excited. You know, people used to want to come together. Now, they still scared of COVID, they still got on the mask, and we still trying to wrap presents. You know, you don't want your son 5 feet away from you. You know? It's bugged out, man. And the Lord brought this snowstorm out here, which it wasn't as bad, you know, as Esau was trying to make it out to be, but hey, you know, he still had to come around this time, but that was for the judgment, man, because you had people die, and the brother brought out earlier, people that slid off the road, people still got fast. You had a pile up on the Ohio Turnpike, I think it was.
Yeah, I saw that. Man, it's bad over there. I seen it on the news yesterday. But I got a scripture based on when people say that's your private interpretation. That's their way of rejecting the word when they tell you that. That's their way of doing it in a so-called nice Christian way. You know, they got their ways.
Yeah.
But this is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 20. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. Meaning, when y'all tell us that, we know that's your way of rejecting the word. So, I mean, playing with your blood, you ain't playing with ours. So you can try to fit into this decrepit world you want to. You might not want to do that when you really find out what's about to happen to this place. You want to detach. That's the goal right now. You want to detach from Babylon. I'm about to hurt my people. This is not your rest. Roughly paraphrasing it.
Matter of fact, I got Ecclesiastes 9:16. Because once again, going back to one of my family members I was talking to, you know, as a brother had brought out, you know, how long will you simple ones love simplicity, and how the brother had brought out, you know, Jake saying, that's your private interpretation. They hate wisdom, man. They love wickedness. They love laying in bed in wickedness, man. They love these male knees people. Oh man.
Oh shit, creep without paddle. Those types.
I'm gonna get this Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of a wise man are heard, and quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Lord had charm on that one. All right. So poor man's wisdom. All right. That's talking about the true men of the Lord out here on the highways and byways doing their sit downs, doing the work. All right. Their wisdom is despised. You know, sometimes it takes a non-melanated person for them to actually agree with it. You know, for them to say it, for them to agree with it, man. And then even then, Jake is still gonna do whatever he wants to do, man. You know, I went over to one of my family members' houses the other day. They still got the Christmas tree up, man. I was like, what is this, man? What is this? You know, but they still want to make an excuse. So once again, going back to Ecclesiastes 9:16, you know, the poor man's wisdom is despised. They don't want to hear it. You bring out the facts. As we've been saying, Christmas is about Nimrod, Semiramis, Tammuz, all right? It's not about Yahushua, man. Yahushua. It's not about him. It never was about him. They just painted over, just like they painted over our pictures of the Israelites, man. Who are the true Israelites, all right? Matter of fact, the scriptures say, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, to cover the faces of the judges thereof, all right? Cover the faces of the judges thereof. So who are the judges? Who are the true judges? The Israelites. How did he cover them? All right, through his Renaissance period. All right, painting over the pictures. So that's why Jake is out here confused. Don't know his left from his right. Trusting in his enemy, man.
Another idol they worship. You can throw Santa Claus in there too.
Yep. Once you find out that's fake, you should stop celebrating, which we all know that he's not real.
Yeah, if y'all really think about it, y'all lining up with y'all kids in a long line for your child to sit on a pedophile lap, man.
Exactly.
If you really think about it, I'm talking to the thinkers out there, not the mindless followers.
I found out that the names of his so-called 8 reindeer are named after, if you go into those different words that's named, that his reindeers are named after, those go into a lot of the sins that are abominable to the Most High.
Snow White and 7 Dwarfs,
and
same thing.
And all of that, all of them names go back to something abominable to the Most High. Rather it's greed, gluttony, murder, those reindeer are named after him.
I don't know what you know.
See, it's the same scenario with Snow White. That children's tale, Snow White, that's talking about cocaine. Those 7 dwarfs, those are the symptoms of cocaine. Sleepy, grumpy, all those are symptoms. Esau loves to mask his wickedness, and Pinocchio, the story behind that's even worse.
Hey, that's too much coming out, Esau, man.
Yeah, but he tried to repaint it, reshape it into Disney cartoons for your children.
For your children, man.
Masking all that wickedness.
Matter of fact, since the brother said that, Proverbs 6 and verse 16, these 6 things doth Yahweh hate, yea, 7 are abomination unto him. Going back to what the brother's been bringing out, you know? And what we're about to read is pretty much the spirit of Esau, Edom, and the 2/3. They come in the same spirit, man, of doing all this wickedness. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, all right? A heart that devises wicked imaginations, man. Put all this wickedness on the TV and then let your children eat it up, man. Go back to it. Feet that be swift and running to mischief, and false witness that speaking lies, and he that soweth discord among brothers. That's pretty much the spirit of Esau Edom, man, for the most part. And our people follow right after him. All right. Go ahead, brothers.
I got Luke chapter 12, verse 2. It says, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. See, what these brothers just brought out, I didn't even know that, but I'm not surprised, because we already know we in the land of darkness, a land without no order, like Job said. So everywhere we go, there's no light in it, man. The only ones that got the light is the prophets, man. That's it.
It's all coming out, man. All the wickedness that Disney been up to is now being exposed. But see, the Esau tell it was family friendly for your kids, right? He know what he was doing, because he wanted to get you to let your guard down, so that you wouldn't question his motives, so that you would basically sacrifice your kids to him by taking them to Disney World, Disneyland.
Yeah, I worked there when I was a kid, but I didn't know all this stuff did.
Yeah, man, Disney wicked as hell, man.
It's no surprise that some kids end up missing when they go to Disney World or Disneyland, man.
Look at all these child stars when they was on all these little kid shows, coming out and telling, like Nickelodeon, all that stuff that happened to them kids, and some of them Disney kids.
A lot of them end up wicked like than it was before, like way wicked, like.
Yeah, because they got introduced to Hollywood at a young age. Look at Drake.
Yep.
Boy,
when he in a wheelchair or something on the show.
Yep.
We just telling the truth. We ain't telling no lies up here, man.
What's the other cat name? Orlando Brown?
Orlando Brown.
He was in Major Pain.
He just got arrested yesterday too.
See? They introduced to Hollywood at a young age, so they don't really have a moral compass developed yet. So they're going to fall for whatever, especially if you're a trusting child, trusting everybody. That's why you got a lot of parents of Hollywood's child stars. They was very, very hard on their children, because they knew that, yeah, we going to get this money, but we ain't going to let them destroy you. And a lot of children, child stars, they resented their parents for their protection. But you don't understand the forces in Hollywood as a child.
I think, laying back to what the brother was saying, she just had, she could be Jake, I don't know, but pretty much Edomite Disney star came out, and how she was against her mother, man, for pushing them into Hollywood and all that weird stuff that she had to do, sexual activities. I think she was on iCarly.
Yeah.
The blonde haired one, I forget her name.
That Curry, I remember.
Yeah. You know, how they got to do all types of wickedness to stay in the limelight, man. You know.
You see nobody defended her. Nobody said that. She was the only one.
If ain't nobody said nothing, it must be true.
It must be true.
Will Smith's son did, I'm thinking, I don't know how true the story is, but he so-called came out the closet, pointed the finger at Jada, mad at her because you remember her and August had that little entanglement.
Yeah.
The reason why he didn't want her dealing with August is because he had a crush on August. So that's so-called coming out. That's so-called coming out too. You know, they got Willow on stage singing rock and roll with a bald head.
Heavy metal, like that demonic heavy metal. I saw that.
Yeah.
But see, that they sacrificed their children to Baal in that way. And I think the dude, what you said name was August. He just came out being gay.
Yeah, you know.
So Jada, I mean, you just ruining men.
Any man that lip gloss is popping is something fishy about that.
Right. I mean,
that means his booty's popping.
Oh, what's wrong with you niggas?
Oh,
that's
man.
what a man is now. You know, in this society, you got to be the other way.
What's wrong with you niggas? Is there anything sacred amongst you niggas? Are you willing to sell your ass, your soul, your manhood, your word, anything for the dollar, right?
Big balls popping, booty dropping.
Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Ephraimite became a transformer. I don't know if y'all seen that. He had the blonde hair. He looked like an actual woman, man.
Oh no.
And I'm like, man, pray some curses on that nigga because he got to go.
Hate that, bro. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this right here. Leviticus 18 and verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of power. I am the Lord Yahweh. All right, and that's pretty much what our people was doing spiritually. All right, those that are in Hollywood, you know, as you see, as the brothers had talked about with Will Smith, children. All right, even Will Smith himself, man. How you think he got to the top?
He been turned down.
Yeah, he been turned.
When I seen him getting
Quincy
ran through
Jones.
in that old movie back in the 90s, when he was getting ran through by, I think, an Edomite.
Yeah, that was his ritual. That was his initiation.
And we know you got hit for real, Will. Don't be trying to act like you didn't, bro. Y'all was too sweaty up in there.
Yeah, that looked real, man.
Y'all was too sweaty up in there. Just like Halle Berry and your boy, White Santa.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Monster Ball.
Monster
That's
Ball.
what it's called. That was a real life sex scene, man. It's a real life sex scene.
I mean, they might as well do it.
Might as well. Shoot. Man. But yeah, that's what you got to do in Hollywood, man. Gotta get ran through, whether you're a man or a woman. All right? Matter of fact, you had Megan Thee Stallion's boyfriend or whatever. He came out and he was ashamed, you know, from all the men that she had been laying down with, man. You know, and that's what this society pushes, for our women to lay down from men to men. You know, and a man, a real man knows in his spirit that's not right, man. A woman can't do what a man do, man. Because when you get pregnant, you don't know who the child is from, man. But when a man impregnates a woman, he knows that's his child. Unless it's a wicked ass woman and she, you know, that's what the society preaches, man.
And it's easier for a woman to catch an STD too. Especially dealing with multiple men. Because you got some of these people out here, they looking real attractive. And some of them got AIDS.
AIDS, man.
All kind of terminal diseases, man. So don't let that stuff that you see on social media about how these people making it out, trying to paint themselves as living the life, all that stuff, man. All that's clout chasing, man. Because if you're really living that life, the last thing you want to do is let everybody else know. Because a hater will mess all that up.
Exactly. They'll take advantage of that.
Yeah, you don't want to be seen. But our people, you know, they turn themselves into overnight celebrities through social media.
We want more attention and praise and fame from men than the Lord, man. We want the Lord to lift us up, man. That's what we want. We don't want attention from men. Even though it's gonna come anyway.
Trying to be a celebrity online. You ain't living like that. That is not your house. That's an Airbnb.
Yep.
The car's a rental. You taking them clothes back tomorrow because the tag hanging out the back. So I mean, stop it.
A lot of them women, they be stealing from men. Cause I was watching a video yesterday about a woman. You know, she stole from a lot of like rappers and stuff, and that's how she got her bag. And of course, she got her OnlyFans. So the scriptures say, wisdom got up by vanity shall be diminished. You doing it by getting it by evil means, hey, the Lord gonna take that from you.
Yeah. You didn't get it in a righteous way. What's for you is for you. It's gonna come regardless. You don't have to force it. But some people don't see it that way. They got to have it today, right now. You know. So.
That's Jake for you though. They gotta get everything right now. They want all their little enchantments now instead of waiting on YASHARAHLA, man.
That's that impatient.
Very impatient people.
That's
man.
that instant gratification they learned from Esau in this being in this kingdom. They want it now.
Oh yeah, I got go back to the women too. I got Ecclesiastes 26 and 11. Read 12. Watch over and impudent eye. And marvel not if she trespasses against it. You gotta be real strict on these women nowadays, man. You really do. Can't just let them gad abroad, bro. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler. When he had found a fountain and drink of every water near her, by every hedge which she she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. And that's what Megan Thee Stallion sleep, man, with all these men.
Yep.
You got the other rapper that says she slept with over 700 men. 2,000 men. Y'all sleeping with all these different men, man. You know?
Based on what you were saying, bro, you could tell the hypocrisy in this society, because if you look at T.I., how he was hard on his daughter, because he took his daughter to the gynecologist to see if she was still a virgin. They gave Tip hell for that.
Oh, man.
But then you got Gabrielle Union turning this boy into a girl. She get praised.
Praise for that.
Yeah, everywhere he walk, flowers come out. Man, that ain't cool, bro. Like, y'all just destroying y'all children.
His ex-wife came out and said that basically the way forced him into that.
He was sacrificed.
Because you're supposed to be a mighty man, all right? You're supposed to enter the league with, you know. But hey,
and that's crazy because when I met D-Wade when he played for Marquette. The brother was a man at that time.
Yeah.
You know, and over these years, man, I've seen a total different change, man, compared to the person that I met back in the early 2000s. Early 2000s, like 2000, I want to say 2002.
You'll be surprised at what a trip down the muddy rivers can do to a man. Just change a man, his whole spirit is gone.
Yep. As a matter of fact, I went to a Chicago's Bulls game because D Rose was one of my favorite players at the time. So, you know, they were playing the Heat at the time, and like the brother said, you didn't see that effeminate spirit on Dwayne Wade at the time. And so when you get a wicked woman, and then she introduces you to the wickedness of Hollywood, you know, now you're sacrificing your son, and you already got money. Both of y'all already got money.
See,
that don't even make no sense.
That's just greed.
Yeah. Got delivered to eat.
Yeah, I think after he basically sacrificed his son, then he became like a part owner of the Utah Jazz. He saw promotion.
Yeah, he rewards you for sacrificing your children, doing all kind of wickedness. You get rewarded here.
I'm like, out of all the teams, you go with the Utah Jazz. I thought you was going to be with like the Heat or something, you know, be a part owner for a team that you actually played for.
Like, they've been doing that for so long. Our people following the customs and they getting rewarded to do wickedness. It's like that back in the days of Daniel when they tried to make Daniel worship, you know, certain images and stuff, and he would still go play. They tried to come down there. He said, if you would worship this image, you know, I'll give you a big position in my court and give you these riches, you know. And Daniel wasn't hearing that. You know, they've been doing that.
That's how you know the Bible is true.
Yeah.
Back in Greece.
Yeah.
That king said, I forgot his name. Agrippa? I think it was maybe Agrippa. He said, come let us all leave for our laws and become one people.
Antiochus.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
king, Antiochus.
They doing that now, man. They have everybody like taking that jab. They don't care about what you believe in. They deny religious exemptions. They gonna do that same thing with them on TV.
They doing it now on a grand scale by forming this Chrislam.
Justin on Christmas.
Matter of fact, when I woke up this morning, I heard it was either a fire truck or an ambulance coming down the road. So people get judgment today. Go ahead, brother.
First John chapter 2, verse 16, because we were talking about how these women, you know, they be manipulate men, you know, they be getting over on men, you know, sleeping all these different men. This is verse 16, it says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Social media, man, you know, brothers got social media, you know, we ain't open righteous, but you know, taking pictures of yourself, selfies, you know, you all about yourself. You are there trying to get attention, trying to get fame, you extort people. That's what a lot of people do on there. I be seeing people basically like say, if you send me your bank account information, I'll put some money in your account. Y'all be seeing that stuff on there, I'll be seeing that on there. Yeah. And people be falling for it too. You know, and you see these Instagram models, you know, a lot of them think that's good, but that's the lust of the flesh, but that's not of the Father, that you just sit there and stare at them all day.
That's legal prostitution.
Yeah. That's all it is.
I got a scripture, precept of what the brother was just talking about. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. So, based on what kind of woman you got, that'll give you some type of indication of what type of man you are and how the Lord looks at you. So, if you got a good woman, consider yourself blessed, because the scriptures is roughly paraphrased. Who knows the value of a good woman? For her price is far above rubies. Yep. Roughly paraphrasing. If you got you a good woman, man, don't let all this instant gratification destroy that, man. Because you got a lot of women out here that they figuring out what's going on. They figuring out what we've been saying, and they see Isaiah 4:1 is starting to come to light. But still, and there's been many reports on this, the average man, he don't want no woman with no BBL. He just want a regular looking woman with regular values, not all this stuff that social media done added to you women.
Yeah, they say a woman that has a BBL, she's most likely single, man, and miserable. You got all that attention, but still no man that got home. Take care of you.
You gotta have low self-esteem. So she that liveth in pleasure dead while she liveth. Roughly paraphrasing.
You brothers let these women do whatever they want to do when you get them because she look good and she got a fat butt, man. Y'all need to cut that out, bro. Give the Ecclesiastes 25 and 25. Give the water no passage. Neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And when you let your woman gad abroad, you let her hop around and she club hopping. She going anywhere she want to go for pleasure, man.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. Matter of fact, a woman just died, a mother of two just died in BBL surgery.
Hey, Judge.
Excuse me, I have to get this one.
Shalom,
Hey, shalom, brother. Glad you can come out, man.
Good to see you, man.
The way this weather was, I don't know if y'all were popping out.
Yep.
Yeah, we gonna get sick, but we gonna be here. We might be all right.
Yeah, we got us, brother. Negro, brother.
Yeah, y'all, these BBLs ain't really working, man. Because y'all, basically, y'all look unproportioned, man. You got a fat butt, skinny thighs, skinny legs, chicken legs, but you got a big butt. That don't look natural. It don't.
It's falling off.
Y'all walking around and looking like little aliens. That's what you're looking like.
For real.
Got little beans and the back of your legs, man, they falling off like some eggs.
Matter of fact, if y'all seen that Pokemon, it's called Mewtwo, man. That's what they looking like. People know what that is.
Then they want to have the nerve to get mad at the passport bros. Man, stop.
Y'all don't get mad at the brothers that's going overseas and get these other women that's better than y'all anyway. Y'all don't want Jake, man.
See, this is the thing with Eve. This is why she mad. Because if all the brothers go overseas to find a decent woman, it ain't nobody gonna be here to praise them, to put them on that pedestal. See, Eve gets her power from praise, being praised. That's where you simps come in at. But see, if all the simps go overseas, she knows that the alpha male ain't having that. So it ain't gonna be nobody left to praise her and put her on that pedestal. That's why she mad.
I watch them women that be saying, I need a man that's gonna be able to handle me. When the woman say something like that,
Handle
that
you.
if you want
to
a man to be able to handle you, that means, hey, she coming with a bunch of bullshit. She coming with a bunch of flaws. She want to be put on that pedestal. She want to go worship her.
When this is what I take from it. I think when a woman say I need a man that can handle me, I think she trying to say she about to come with a bunch of bullshit, but she need a man that's gonna take her bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what she's saying. I mean, that's what I get from it.
That's correct, bro.
And a lot of men fall for it. I can handle you. Okay, you finna take all her shit then. She probably gonna call the police on you, have you put in jail because you taking her shit.
Yep.
That don't make you hard.
Move on while you in jail and repeat the cycle.
Yeah, that don't make you hard. That make you a stupid simp, man.
She gonna get all your stuff, stay in your crib that it used to be yours. She gonna have another man up in her doing her and everything.
Man, I done seen E do Jake's bad, man. Jake do a bid like a month or two, come back home. She done moved to another house,
Boy.
cleaned out his house. He ain't got nothing in his house. He can't get in his house because she didn't pay the rent. She took the money and started building with another Jake. Dude, car got repossessed. She didn't pay the car note for him. I mean, Eve, when she turns evil, dude, sometimes Eve is worse than Eve.
He probably left the bag for it too and everything.
Man, she took everything. That man got out of jail, he was evicted. His car was repossessed. He ain't had no personal possessions left in his house.
Yep.
I seen the video of this brother went in his house. As soon as he walk in the house, it's another nigga and his woman ass naked on the couch. She cheating on her husband. He took it like a G, man. He was like, hey, you know what? I'm tired of this. They go, your keys. I want a divorce, because that's when you can actually divorce your woman when she fornicate with another man, you know. And hey, that was a harsh thing to see, man, because there's a lot of brothers that's actually good men out here, and they dealing with these dogs.
Yeah, they trust Eve, man, and then they end up getting hurt in the process and tore up. And then after they find out why Eve is like Eve is today, as far as the scriptures, it all makes sense, man. It said in the last days that Eve will be our enemy. And she's showing us every chance she gets. So, and the brothers being passport bros, that's a reaction to Eve doing what she do, being wicked. That's a reaction. If you don't like the reaction, you change the initial thing that caused that reaction. But you ain't gonna do that, Eve, because you're too prideful.
Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get this scripture right here. Explains it perfectly, man. Sirach 25 in verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart. All right, the plague of the heart is your mind. All right, the Lord messes up your mind. All right, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. All right, as the brothers have gone in and explained, man. You know, that Jake that came home from doing the bid, man, he ain't got nothing. Eve that ran off. All right, she didn't do her wifely duties. The other Jake that the brother had gone in and explained, you know, he comes home, his woman's ass naked with another man, you know. But that's pretty much a punishment from YASHAMIAHLA to us, all right, because the Lord said, my flock is of men, and I will create a new thing in the earth, just roughly paraphrasing, that a woman shall compass of men. And so this is a punishment. This is why the men of the Lord are in the house of mourning, man. We know that this ain't right. And as the brother has said, you know, passport brothers, they ain't taking it, man. I'm gonna get a more traditional woman, you know. And we can see that Eve is not a traditional woman. She has drunken the wine of Babylon. Matter of fact, these other nations, I believe y'all have went in and talked about it. You know, y'all, I don't know if y'all say there's like a friend's wife or something. She ended up hanging out with one of these Babylonian chicks, and then she ran away.
Yeah. My neighbor, man.
Yep.
That's what happens.
That's what happens, man.
You gonna embarrass you, man.
Let you get a foreign woman. Don't come back over here to America. Letting her linger up with these Eves, man.
I just fly to you every weekend.
She gonna
don't come over here, no, because you're gonna get turned out. These Eves, these feminist women, they hate women that submit. They hate y'all because y'all making them look bad. Keep making them look bad. Maybe they'll come to their senses and stop doing this bullshit.
Eve followed up after the Edomite woman, because that feminist movement started with them.
Yeah, it all started with them trying to get more money, trying to get more tax money. That's why they started employing women, because women were homemakers at first. There wasn't no such thing as a double income.
When these laws drop down, though, they don't want to be a woman then.
No, when they go to war, they gonna want to be a woman again.
They already letting it be known, bro, that the transgender women, they gotta go to war. But the men, they get a pass. Y'all said y'all want to be equal.
Go ahead.
You want equality, though.
You shot yourself in the foot, Eve.
Because you ain't going to the kingdom.
Nope.
At least that's what Deuteronomy 23:1 says. If you done got your rod cut off, you ain't getting into the kingdom, the congregation of the Lord, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. Same thing, Deuteronomy 23:17. If you're a sodomite or a whore, you done.
Through the mouth. I'm gonna get this right here. Micah 7 and verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord Yahweh because I have sinned against him. That's why there's so many wrecks, man.
Yep. That's a
That
Jake
is
too.
so. Yep. That is exactly why there's so many people
That's too much horse.
that lost their lives the other day, man, or end up getting into the wreck the other day.
That dude got a deal.
And what he doesn't realize, you're interrupting the word of Yahweh Shemiel Shah, and you pretty much just marked yourself for that. You know, you want to show out. We don't care about that. You got an old 2010 Chrysler 300, man. That might even be a matter of fact, that's a 2005 Salaki. That's a 2005 Chrysler 300, man. We do not care. It's a fake Rolls Royce.
Nigga floss in front of the brother.
We don't care, man.
Hey, trying to fall for the bus, but we don't care, bro.
But I'm gonna get back to it. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. All right, so that's why this indignation. All right, that's why we go. That's why all these curses are upon us, since we sin against the Lord. But we gonna be made whole, man. We gotta endure. I'm gonna get the next scripture. All right, for those that have a wicked woman or dealing with a wicked woman. All right, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her, and now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets, man. So that's what's going to happen. So a lot of these women out here, she's going to be trodden down as the mire of the streets. All right, because a lot of these women, you know, they see a brother that's in the truth, and they giving them hell, man. They giving they're giving them all types of hell, and then they're gonna be like, where was what's his name? You know, putting the name of the Lord's in vain, and then they're gonna be trodden down, man. You know,
You gotta figure it out the hard way. Hard headed. Jake too.
Crazy thing is, these women these days are more wicked than the days in the past. But even Job's wife was telling him to curse God and
just
die.
thinking that. I was just thinking that.
That's the spirit.
That's just a woman in general, man. It's just in a woman's spirit, because he didn't give women the gift of faith like he gave his men.
You say that Job, he deprived her of
I
wisdom.
don't know if you double layered up.
Bro, I got my little sweater under here.
Okay.
I'm from Florida. We don't do this.
Yeah.
What you say,
so
bro?
you gonna be really feeling it down here.
Yeah, we don't rock like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go 10 minutes. If y'all can last, if y'all can, you know, just let me know.
Appreciate you. It's a lot.
I can ride it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go. Yeah. I'm gonna get another scripture unless y'all have one. Brother had quoted this earlier. 1 Timothy 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. All right, so you see a lot of these women, you know, they got all the attention of men, but really you miserable, man.
Yep.
All right, and really when Jacob's trouble pop off, the man of the Lord gonna see right through your spirit and see that you're not a woman of great worth, and you're just gonna be left behind, man. All right.
Yeah. Your actions tell on you. If you're doing all this stuff to seek attention, that tells us you have a low value opinion of yourself, low self-esteem. You're not happy. You're not positive. You're not spiritual. That's why you look into all these other accolades to substitute and try to fill in those gaps so you can be happy. A real happy woman, you will know it because she's quiet. She ain't loud mouthing everywhere looking for attention. She quiet. She content. That's how a woman's supposed to be. You see all you women out there that's looking for attention, you tell on yourself. You tell the world how you are on the inside spiritually by the things you do to get attention. And the more far-fetched, the more miserable you are.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna lay back to what the brother had brought out. Was just talking about Sirach Ecclesiasticus 26 and verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord Yahweh Shemel. Showing you, all right, one woman, all right, she's of the hopeful elect. She fears the Lord. She ain't gonna take the name of the Lord in vain. She ain't gonna question the Lord. The other woman is the majority of these women out here who is twerking it up out here, laying down with these male knees people, man. Like
getting that bag. You better get that
know?
bag, bitch. You know how they talk to each other?
You know?
How they talk.
Putting their children through the fire of Molech, thinking that it's okay for their children to be transformers. I'm gonna just say it like that, alphabet transformers. All right, Eve's with that, but a true man, even a man in the world, knows that ain't right, man. That's why you got dudes out there, they're not even in this truth and they getting on the wave. All right, because they know they ain't right. They know that Gabrielle Union, whatever her name is, Gabrielle Demon, is running the household, and even Dwayne Wade himself said it, that she runs the household. And you're not supposed to have your woman running the household.
No, because through the woman we all die.
We all die. Exactly. So your whole household is going to die, Dwayne Wade.
And you might not even be a full-blown faggot, but I believe the scriptures say it's a sin for a man to be effeminate.
Yeah, just effeminate. Yep.
I think he was touched.
Yeah.
No way he didn't walk around on Easter Sunday slacks, switching.
Yep.
I think he was touched. Don't quote me on it, but I think I seen a video or something on him about something happened to him when he was young to explain why he got this effeminate state about himself. But don't quote me on it, but I think I remember that if I remember correctly.
I did see a video where he said when he was younger, he used to play with like his sister's clothes or something like that.
That's what it was. That's what it
I've
was.
seen that.
Yeah, he used to play dress up.
He said he thought it was normal. He was teaching you.
No,
That's what it
bro.
was.
No, bro.
Did he have a
His
father
dad
in
was
his
around
life?
when he was younger too, and his mom was like a crackhead or something. So whoever was raising him, they was teaching him that was alright.
That's why his boy R. Kelly was messed up in the head too. The brother said he loved his mom. He had some type of strange love for his mom. They used to go get coffee and danishes in the morning, and she would wear this lipstick, and she would drink the coffee to make sure it was hot enough for him, and he would turn the coffee around to the lipstick side, and he will sip the coffee. And he had some type of love, some different strange love for his mother, man.
You can love your mother, but
like
it's not on it.
Come on, man.
That's borderline. You know what they used to do to us in slavery? How they used to breed us?
Yeah.
That's where that term MF came from. Literal. They used to breed the sons with the mothers.
I got 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 3. It says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of a Mashiach is Yahweh. So a woman ain't above us, man, period, point blank, man. A woman's supposed to be below a man. But in this society, she's above a man. So we're going to see the Lord going to do, bring that fire. That's what the Lord going to do.
I got Ecclesiastes 29 and 19, brother. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. I just lost my whole thing. Hold on, man. I'm sorry, brother. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And I got the next scripture too. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet woman. And you women that come home and you just run your mouth all the time, y'all need to learn how to shut y'all mouth, man. It's very tiring for us, man. Like y'all be at home all day, we could do a whole 8-12-hour shift, come home, no food on the table, pizza, cold pizza, and you running your mouth about what I didn't do.
Oh, you got just crackers on the table, right?
Exactly.
That's the majority of Eve. They come in that masculine, toxic spirit, man.
I think it's cute or something.
Like you want to buck, that bucking up, that ain't cute.
No, it's not.
That don't make you desirable to a lot of men. No, that's why a lot of men dodge you. That's why a lot of you so-called pretty women can't understand why you single. You coming with that masculine energy. Don't know about it. Not no real man does not want a woman that's more manly than him.
Gorilla.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever her name is.
She got a deep voice.
Man, she got a deep voice for a woman, man.
Don't nobody want no woman that's more manly than him.
I got Ecclesiastes 25 and 23 also. A wicked woman abated the courage, making a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband, and distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
She hard. She tough.
Tough, man.
Nobody want no tough ass bitch. Unless we fighting. You gotta help me fight some dudes. That's the only time that's gonna come in handy. Other than that, it's not needed.
Valentine's spirit, ready to throw the balls. Man.
Come on, man.
You can take a blow to the jaw better than me. You done been through some things, Shawty. One time we was in Chicago, me and my boy. We was about to go in this store. We seen two shorties walking in front of us. And I was about to tap her on the shoulder. You know, this was like 1998 when I lived in Chicago. I was about to tap her on the shoulder. But right before I tapped her, this was what she said to her other girlfriend. She said, "Girl, my leg hurt like the time I got shot."
Damn.
I said, "No, man." I looked at my boy. We turned around, went back to the car, man. I'm like, that's normal to y'all? She said that like, oh, my mouth hurt like when I had a toothache. Yeah, that's normal. This was back in 98, 99.
Yeah, you can see the warmth of the woman even back then, man.
Esau tell you that the black woman is strong or something like that because they used to work on them back in slavery. So they say that they can tolerate a lot of pain. That's what Esau be saying.
Yeah, she got a high pain tolerance. That's the only way she can get through that BBL procedure, man. I seen that, man. That was...
leaking from the stuff they put in you.
I couldn't do it.
Hunched over and they still be trying to do it.
They be taught to, you know, be strong. They say, I'm a strong black woman. All you doing when you say that, you say you a man, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
All that,
what
what was it, World War II, where they had the women putting up her guns. That's putting out that masculine energy, man, for these women to follow, and that's why y'all out of order. But I'm gonna get this right here, Isaiah 32 and verse 2. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, and the rivers of waters in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Pretty much saying that the men of the Lord are gonna have that spiritual power and that protection, and men us. These women are gonna flock to you. All right, are gonna flock to the men. All right, but those women that are in that manly spirit, they're gonna find out the hard way.
That ain't it. This ain't it, girl. I'm tired of fighting out here in these streets by myself. I need a man. No, you hard. You tough.
Yeah, y'all got it.
Handle that, Keisha. Don't knock him out. Don't knock him out, Keisha, so we can eat. You hard.
Go out there and hunt for some food. All right, see if you're able to do that. No, you're not built for that. All right. Men have men duties. Women have women duties.
Esau said we can do it, so it must be true.
I can. Matter of fact, they had that commercial back in the day. I was a young child, and then anything you can do, I can do better. All right, talking about the women trying to do better than the men, even back then. And at the time, it was a commercial with Michael Jordan, and I believe it was a Edomite woman, if I'm not mistaken. All right. But even back then, they was pushing that. You know, a woman can do better than what a man is made to do. That's out of order. It's out of order, man.
I got a precept for one you just read. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name and take away our reproach.
Good precept.
Yes, sir.
Coming down the pipe, ladies, whether you like it or not. So if I was you, I would tighten up like yesterday.
Like yes.
I seen a EDOM video, man. She was, I guess she got into it with a man, and he was in the car. She was chasing the car, throwing materials and whatever she had. I don't know what she was throwing at it, but she busted the window. He bagged up and reversed, completely rolled over her, bro.
Damn.
I saw this.
And her whole bone was sticking out of her leg. She didn't care. She was trying to fight the car.
But see, that's
They don't care.
That's Eve's problem. Eve is not afraid of anything.
Nothing, man.
This woman is fearless. Fear is supposed to be an alert system to danger for you. But if you ignore that system, you're gonna get dealt with, Eve.
You're gonna be messed up.
You ain't scared of nothing. The only thing you scared of is Esau.
And
But you'll buck up against your own men for Esau.
Poster right here, I can see. Yeah, I used to see this post all the time with this
Yeah.
woman flexing her arms.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
That's the poster,
Yep.
poster woman for feminism, right?
Yep.
Yep, this poster right here. That's the modern day woman. She could do what a man could do, or she could do better.
You think she come up in your face acting all hard and shit? You telling us you crazy.
Yeah, they use that propaganda at that time for women to come into the workforce. And now you pretty much shot yourself in the foot because now you got to go out there and work, man. And now you putting on this manly spirit, all right? Yep. Now you instead of one household being paid for by one man, now both y'all got to work. Matter of fact, you may even have to send your children to work, you know, when they get of age, just to pay off your bills in this day, you know. That's how Esau Edom has messed up this whole world, man.
They destroyed it just by the woman working because, number one, none of the parents are really spending good quality time with the children. They're sent off to be indoctrinated. Number two, you send your woman to work. Other men all in her face, gadding abroad. That destroys the family. Not saying that you're supposed to have your woman chained by her ankle down in the basement of the house. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying it's an actual scripture on that. You're not supposed to sit with another man's wife.
Don't spend money with him, man.
No, but see, that's looked at as nothing until it becomes something.
You got work husbands.
Friends. How many of you brothers lost y'all friends because y'all let another man kick with your woman, man, and then just friends, and they go out to the bars or whatever they go out to eat, and he's spending money on her, she's spending the money on him, and then little emotions start to get built up, and next thing you know, you want to go run up in them.
That's why there's a law against that.
Man shall not sit with another man's wife.
Right, because it leads to other things that should not supposed to be. It's gonna lead to adultery and then eventually death. So,
and her being
because that man has every right to kill you. It's not murder, it's kill.
The rage of a jealous man.
That man has the right to kill you and his woman. But see, Esau doesn't recognize that law. In this kingdom, the woman is rewarded for adultery. So yeah, we got to get up out of here.
Yeah, matter of fact, I got a quick story. I had a friend in the world. He used to date this woman, just say like that. We called her a T-Rex. She was not good looking at all, but whatever. You know, they broke up, and then one of my roommates in the past, he ended up dating the T-Rex, man. And mind you, both of them are friends, man. And so, both of them friends. So while my roommate's dating the T-Rex, it was one day, everybody come over, and then, you know, the one friend that used to date her, apparently they went out to like Walmart or something, and she was gone all night with him, man. You know?
I got a story kind of like that. Just shows you these women don't even care about you being in the truth for real. When I was about 16 is when I got into the truth, and I tried to bring two other brothers in the truth who was around my age, and I found out my woman at the time, one of the dudes I was trying to bring to the truth, my woman was sending him nudes.
Oh man!
And I'm sitting here trying to give you, you know, the word of YASHAMIAHLA.
Fruit of life.
But they didn't mark themselves, so I ain't worried about it.
You do something like that, man. You was cool with somebody, you was never cool with them to begin with.
No, man, you just looking for a way in.
Yeah, he marked himself.
I was dating this, at that time I wasn't even in the truth, but I was dating this, she was Edomite, looked like an Indian, but she was Edomite. I had a friend that I grew up with from a teenage all the way. We started to demonize my name to her. She fell for it. They ended up hooking up, getting married.
Damn.
Now they done got separated. He call himself in the truth now, but you won't even take care of your kids. So that's definitely going against the scriptures right there.
You're a infidel.
Yeah, exactly. You know, now she out here running around dealing with all these different types of men that got married by Issachar now, and he's out here sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
sick. I'm not gonna say too much on it, but he's sick now.
They say, hey, pretty much the Lord did you a favor. Have you dodged a bullet with that
Man,
one?
that, right. That was the worst.
It's gonna hurt at the
relationship I was ever
time.
in.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt at the time.
That's how I look at all my failed relationships. She did me a favor.
Yeah.
Get me out of that headache, away from that headache, man. Woo. Because if it weren't for that, man, I promise you some of these women I dated in the past would have ended up in my trunk.
Yep. Yep.
And I would have been digging a shallow grave somewhere, trying to get them, spraying the car down with all kind of Lysol, trying to get that smell up out of there. That's why I'm glad that I did not have children in this kingdom. Because there would be a dead woman somewhere messing with me, especially about some kids. So, you know, at first I thought I was cursed. Because throughout my whole life, I had like 4 miscarriages. The last one was a set of twins. So when that didn't fall through, I knew it's a higher plan, you know, because my brother got sons, my sister got kids, you know. It's only me and my younger brother without kids, but it turned out to be in our favor because I can't do these baby mamas in 2022. I can't.
Boy.
And at the end of the day, you how know it's
comfort
best.
on that, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to me. Scriptures gave me comfort on being able to make it through me and my wife losing our baby like that. You know, through miscarriage and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But
at
it also
first it was cry like a little baby
Yeah.
behind that, man. And then as I got a little bit into the truth, I started to understand, like, you know what? This ain't the society that you want to raise a kid in anyway.
You know, that scripture, woe to those who give suck in those days, that rings in my head all the time. It's not going to be beneficial to have a baby when shit goes down.
Talking like pilgrims, man.
If y'all seen that movie, Tears from the Sun, when they had, when they was running from them African soldiers, they were trying to get to a neutral country. They had to get to the border. But they was out there in the wilderness running from soldiers, and they had to quiet this baby. And this baby would not shut up, and it was giving away their position. So, a lot of y'all, as punishment, as judgment, the Lord might allow y'all to have babies in the last day just for you to have to eat them. Cannibalism is coming back, people, whether you want to accept it or not.
It's not new. It's been done many times all through
Oh
the
yeah,
scriptures,
it's in the book of 2 Kings chapter 6. When King Solomon, when that woman, she claimed that another woman had took her child. And King Solomon said, okay, we just gonna split the child down in two pieces. The real mom was like, no, you know what, you know, don't. It ain't that serious. It's cool.
Straight wisdom. She exposed herself.
Yeah, so a lot of y'all gonna be y'all judgment to have to eat your baby for your wickedness. That's how the Lord get down. Not Jesus, not God.
Not cheese and rice.
Right. YASHAMIAHLA, the true and living power, the Hebrew God. That's how he get down. Y'all can play with the Lord you want to. You ain't gonna like it when he start playing with you back.
We gonna have to end it right there, though.
That sulfur got him warm.
We gonna end it right there, though. Lord willing, this was edifying. Want to give all praises going on in 2.
YASHAWAR,
The brothers and apostles, the apostles and the elders, the great millstone who well taught this truth, and YASHAWAR.
That's that sulfur. Got him out here.
Coming up out of him.